Bachelor in Paradise star leaves country, reveals one-way ticket. July 26, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. The drama on Season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise is just heating up. We're 4 episodes into the season. Previously solid relationships like Dale Moss and Kat Izzo are starting to crack under pressure and temptation. One contestant from the current season left the United States after filming wrapped. Keep reading to find out why they fled the country and the unique way they reclaimed their normal life after reality TV fame. Bachelor in Paradise star leaves US after show wrapped. Reality TV fame might seem like a dream come true for anyone in Bachelor Nation, but instant fame also comes with several drawbacks, including lack of privacy and losing parts of yourself. Jonathan Johnson is hardly a household name, but he's well known among Bachelor Nation fans. He was a contestant on Jen Tran's Bachelorette season. Jonathan was invited to join Season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise after he was eliminated from Jen's season. Many fans had high hopes for Jonathan Johnson to find his future wife on the show. So did he. However, it hasn't worked out for him yet. The season isn't over yet, but most of the women on the show are already paired up. Jonathan was on the verge of getting sent home before April Kirkwood saved him for at least another week. He recently spoke out and assured fans that his relationship with April, 67, is purely friendship and not romantic. Bachelor in Paradise viewers really didn't want to see an age gap romance. In a shocking Instagram post, Jonathan Johnson revealed that he felt overseas instead of returning to the US after filming wrapped. What's going on? 28 photos with 28 strangers. Jonathan Johnson isn't a stranger to reality TV, but despite his previous experience, it all became overwhelming to him after Bachelor in Paradise. When I got back from filming, I was so badly in my anxious mind that I knew I needed a break from my reality. Putting yourself on national TV for the world to judge isn't easy, he wrote on Instagram. He revealed that he bought a one-way ticket to Spain and brought along an old-school Polaroid camera. His goal was to take 28 photos with 28 strangers. I got pictures with families, college grads, tour guides, fans of Bachelor Nation, and people from different walks of life, Jonathan Johnson said of his experiment. He said the experiment changed his life and made him feel like himself again. He encouraged his followers to be open to meeting strangers. This is your sign to just say hi to the person next to you because you never know who you could meet. Fans react to his unusual method. Jonathan Johnson has a lot of fans from his reality TV appearances. They took to the comments to praise his unique way to find himself after getting lost in fame. One fan wrote, "Human connection is seriously the most beautiful thing." One of the 28 people he met along the way added, "This was epic. It was so fun to meet you." Share your thoughts on Jonathan Johnson's adventure to reclaim his reality. Bachelor in Paradise star leaves country, reveals one-way ticket. Is this goodbye forever? The whisper before the storm. The waves lapped gently against the shore in Sayulita, Mexico, a paradise most familiar to Bachelor Nation fans. The show was over. The cameras had stopped rolling. The rose ceremonies, explosive confrontations, and drunken beach makeouts were just edited memories now living on Instagram Reels. But one contestant wasn't heading home to a fresh PR round or podcast interview. Instead, Ava Montrose, the 28-year-old fan favorite with a dazzling smile, a history of heartbreak, and an unforgettable entrance involving a live parrot, was quietly wheeling her vintage suitcase across a dusty tarmac in Lisbon, Portugal. Her last Instagram story? A blurry photo of her plane ticket, one way. No caption, no explanation, just a location tag. Somewhere I can breathe. Who is Ava Montrose, really? Bachelor Nation met Ava on The Bachelor, Season 28. She didn't make it past week 5, but her quirky confidence and raw emotional honesty earned her a second chance on Bachelor in Paradise Season 10. And Paradise loved her. She became the unofficial therapist of the beach, the shoulder everyone cried on, even the bartender. Ava gave the kind of love everyone rooted for. And when she fell hard for Leo Hart, a charming late arrival with salt-swept hair and the smirk of someone who'd never been rejected, fans lit up Twitter. But Ava's finale wasn't a fairy tale. Leo chose to leave the show during week 6, abruptly and without explanation. Ava stayed, heartbroken and alone, narrating her own bittersweet journey to healing. She didn't find love. Or so everyone thought. Because Ava didn't disappear after Paradise. Instead, she did something far more shocking. She planned her escape. A goodbye no one saw coming. It began with cryptic messages. Ava started archiving her Instagram posts. She skipped the Paradise reunion special. Rumors swirled. Was she hiding a pregnancy? A secret relationship? Was she angry with production? Then came the Bombshell podcast. She appeared on an underground Bachelor Nation adjacent show called Behind the Beach, hosted by former villain turned truth-teller Sierra Dunn. "I loved the beach, but it broke me," Ava said, voice soft but unwavering. There were cameras even when they said there weren't. People manipulated real emotions for sound bites. I went there thinking I'd find love, but what I really found was a version of myself I didn't like. The host asked the question everyone wanted to know. What now? Ava paused. "I'm leaving the country," she whispered, "and this time there's no return ticket." Lisbon Diaries. When Ava stepped onto Portuguese soil, she didn't do it like a runaway. She did it like a woman reborn. She booked a month-long stay at a cliffside villa in Cascais. She began painting again, something she hadn't done since college. Her Instagram, previously curated with sunny beach selfies and brand collabs, became a diary of moody skies, ancient architecture, and foggy sea mornings. Fans were confused. Was she okay? One tweet summed it up. Ava Montrose went from tequila shots in paradise to red wine under Gothic cathedrals. Icon behavior. But Ava wasn't trying to be iconic. She was trying to disappear, on her own terms. The man in the bookstore. It was raining in Lisbon when Ava ducked into a small used bookstore near the Alfama district. She had no umbrella, no itinerary, just time. And then there was him. Tall, bearded, wearing a faded black sweater and speaking softly in both Portuguese and French. He was helping an older woman locate a poetry collection when he looked up and smiled. "Rain brought you here too?" She blinked, surprised he spoke English. Rain, and something else, I guess. His name was Julian. He wasn't a fan of reality TV. He didn't recognize her. She liked that. Their connection wasn't built on hot tub makeouts or fantasy suites. It was built on long walks along the Tagus River, on conversations about grief, art, and what it means to be truly seen. Bachelor Nation explodes. A fan spotted Ava holding hands with Julian at a seaside cafe and posted a blurry photo to Reddit. Bachelor Nation lost its mind. Is that Ava? Who is that man? She said she wanted to breathe. Sis is inhaling him. I thought she and Leo still had unresolved tension. Suddenly, Ava's quiet life abroad was being dissected again. Influencers speculated, podcasts debated, producers reportedly reached out for a new spin-off, Bachelor Abroad. Ava didn't respond, until she did. The truth in her own words. Ava released a 5-minute video on her Instagram, filmed on a cobblestone rooftop at sunset. "Hey, it's Ava," she said. "I know some of you have questions, and honestly, I don't blame you." She looked serene, different, softer. "I didn't leave Paradise because of Leo. I didn't leave because I was mad at production, though I won't pretend I loved how things ended. I left because somewhere between the sand and the spotlights, I realized I didn't know who I was anymore." She explained how Julian reminded her of the parts of herself she thought she had to bury to be liked on TV. "He doesn't care about followers or rose ceremonies. He cares about how I take my coffee, about my dreams, about silence." Then came the part that made headlines. "I'm not coming back. Not to LA, not to the franchise, not to a version of me that needs to perform to be loved. I bought a one-way ticket to freedom. I hope you find yours too." Leo's regret. Back in the States, Leo Hart watched Ava's video in silence. On his own podcast, The Hart Truth, he finally spoke. "I ghosted her," he admitted. "I didn't know how to handle feelings that deep, so I bailed." He confessed to nearly flying to Lisbon when he saw her one-way ticket post. But I knew I didn't deserve to interrupt the peace she found, so I let her go. Bachelor Nation forgave him, mostly, but everyone knew he let go of something golden. Love without a hashtag. Months passed. Ava moved in with Julian, not because it was romantic, but because it felt safe. They didn't rush, they didn't label, they just lived. She painted murals in abandoned Lisbon alleyways. She taught English at a local art school. Julian translated her poetry into French. And when they kissed under the red-tiled rooftops one night, Ava didn't post about it. She wrote it in her journal instead. The return, kind of. A year after her exit, Bachelor producers begged Ava to appear in a Where Are They Now reunion episode. She declined. Instead, she mailed in a letter, handwritten, sealed in lavender-scented wax. It was read aloud by the host during the reunion. To those still searching for their fairy tale, don't be afraid to change the setting. Sometimes paradise isn't a beach. Sometimes it's a bookstore in a rainy city where no one knows your name. Her final post. Exactly 365 days after her one-way departure, Ava posted a single black and white photo. It showed her and Julian walking hand in hand across a foggy pier. No faces, just silhouettes. The caption? 1 year ago, I left for peace. I found it. No tags, no brand deals, no hashtags. Bachelor Nation, for once, had nothing to say. They just let her be.